So we want to just emphasize for Midnight Breakfast, it's not just for residential students. Midnight Breakfast is open for any student on campus. So we encourage commuter students to come out as well. Speaking of commuter students and speaking of other initiatives, let me talk a little bit about MapWorks, I'm sorry, not MapWorks, Rocket to Rocket, in terms of the initiative that we undertook last week. Last Monday, we did a, close your ears, Joe, dorm storm. She doesn't like us to call the residence hall storms, but we did a dorm storm, and we actually had a team leader for every residence hall. And the team leaders had a group that they took into the residence halls, and our goal was to connect with Rocket to Rocket students, and these are students who are here on the UT Guaranteed Blue and Gold Scholarship. These are students who have at least a 3.0 from an urban school district. And part of the UT Guaranteed or the Blue and Gold initiative effort was for those students to be paired with a peer mentor who was an upperclassman who can help them in transition to the university, introduce them to the university resources, etc. And then each one of the upperclass mentors is paired with a faculty or staff mentor. And so as with typically what you have with freshman students who are just here trying to get organized, we weren't getting the response that we wanted as far as those students taking advantage of the mentorship. So we took the list of students who we hadn't been able to contact, and we actually knocked on their doors. It was a period of between 5:30 and 8:30 in an effort to connect with those students. I led one team, and it was really exciting. I was in I-House, my team was in I-House, and we divided it up. We had 5 or 6 people each, and I was able to contact 4 of my 5 people. And it's real exciting because I think the timing was just perfect in that students are now realizing, maybe I don't know as much as I thought I knew, maybe I am having a little difficulty in the classes. Some of them knew of the Harrison Library Learning Enhancement Center, but they just hadn't gone over. So we talked about, resources. We talked about the importance of getting involved. What we found, and this reminded me of the original plan as it related to Rocket to Rocket, and that is Rocket to Rocket is the umbrella under which the peer mentoring exists. So students, for example, who are involved in a fraternity or sorority or MINIA or SOB or somewhere else, if they're participating in those organizations, we consider that they have a mentor. The whole notion is for these students to have a lifeline, some connection to the university, so that they feel like they're not comfortable here, they're not getting transition, they're not connecting. We wanted them to have somewhere or someone that they can reach out to, because we know that research has shown us that feeling involved and connecting as part of the institution is critical to retention. So I think that initiative was very successful. I saw some of the email reports that came in from the other leaders, and it seemed like we had a great success as far as actually contacting those students. And then the next day we had an event that was designed for the commuter students who are in the Blue and Gold Scholars. And we had over 100 students go down to the Rocket Mentor Center, which is in the lower level where the student computer lab used to be. And so we had over 100 students come down there, so I think it was very successful. I'm also getting reports back that a lot of our organizations are using the Mentor Center for study tables and a place to, drop in and meet with their tutors or just to connect with other students. So again, as with any new initiative, sometimes it doesn't start out as rapidly or as exactly as you have a plan. But I think that it's a wonderful initiative, and I think that anything that we can do to wrap our arms around our freshmen in particular and get them connected to feeling part of UT and making sure that they're taking advantage of the resources to help them be successful is great. So I appreciate the help of everyone who's involved with that. And again, I think what's really important about this is it's a collaborative effort involving students, faculty, and staff, and also the team leaders that went out representing almost every major unit on campus. I mean, in terms of divisions, we had people there from admissions, enrollment services, enrollment management. We had people there from athletics. It was just, I think, in my opinion, just a wonderful effort. So I just encourage you all to continue with that as well as MapWorks. And so I'm going to ask Sam to give us a little update on MapWorks after Crystal speaks.
I just had a question. I heard from somewhere, I can't remember where, about making the Rocket to Rocket Room a textbook library, and that was kind of an idea. Is that going to move forward, or are we working in that, or budgeting it for next year?
I'm not exactly sure. Jeff, do you know what? I'm not exactly
Yeah,
sure.
the talk is that we found out from MapWorks that there are a number of first-year students that are reporting that they don't have the books for some of their classes because they don't feel they can afford them. So we're connecting with those students in those classes, and our hope is that we can get some standard first-year textbooks and then house them in the Peer Mentor Center. So students can come there, and they wouldn't be able to take the books out of there, but they can come there and use the books. And then they would be available for first-year students. So was Tracy looking into specifically which classes? I think
Yeah,
that's
the students who identified who said they didn't have textbooks, they now have textbooks. But this is something we look at for next semester.
Great. And that's something that we found out directly through using MapWorks. So that was a really good catch.
And that was
MapWorks.
There's a big overlap in MapWorks and Rocket to Rocket. Even though it's starting off the ground, MapWorks picked up a lot of the students that Rocket to Rocket is using. It's going really well. We're trying to get data. So we're working with institutional advancement or
Institutional
research to get different data. But MapWork is getting a lot. It's helping out a lot. We're finding a lot of information about the student who needs book, as well as filling the gap for when we had the learning curve for Rocket to Rocket, and now it's over that hump. It also filled the gap. A lot of students are now emailing me. I sent out an email about 3 weeks ago, just saying, "Hey, how you doing? We're still interested in your success," and I've been getting an overwhelming amount of emails. So I've sent out an email to all the Rocket to Rocket personnel, people who are on there who's reaching out to the students, so those students are getting help. What we're trying to find out now is we can get the last year students during this time that dropped out, the numbers from last year that dropped out this year. And my guess is just about an overwhelming amount of email I've been getting that we have we have a significant amount of students who are still with us percentage-wise. I'm interested in seeing that if we can get that information back. But for the most part, everybody, the faculty and staff at first who weren't fully on board, now getting on board. The different divisions, the student affairs, academic affairs, they have been getting more and more involved. So they've been sending out emails to students. And the biggest thing right now is finding tutors. Chemistry, Spanish, biology, those are hard areas that students are having challenges with. And a lot of information coming back is the individuals who are tutoring in those areas may have language deficiencies or language barriers, or they're just not gelling. So we have a great opportunity. I think you sent me a student who is a Spanish major, no professor, that I was able to send a student to, and that helped that student a lot. So network has been working, really well.
Again, I think these are all new initiatives, but I think, the real message here is that, our goal is to help students be successful academically. And so we're going to find that some of these initiatives